You are listening to the On the Blueline podcast, covering the National Hockey League and more hockey news. Here are your hosts now, Phil Bernardi and Chad Van Doorzen. Hi and hello, folks. This is the On the Blueline Hockey podcast. My name is Phil Bernardi and my co-host,
Chad Van Doorzen.
We're here to bring you some Stanley Cup Finals action. Man, those first two games were pretty high scoring for the Pens, scoring 5 goals in both games.
Yeah, I mean, their high-powered offense is definitely showing up, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they're scoring like this, Phil.
Well, Nashville looked great in Game 1. It's just that last goal by Pecorine, the Gensel goal, was not a good goal, the glove side goal. And then in Game 2, it was just a complete blowout. Pecorine got pulled for UC Saros, and Peter Laviolette never exactly named a starter yet for Game 3, which it's going to be Pecorine, but
I think it's the same thing that with
it's just a
Fleury
mental
and
thing.
Murray. Yeah, what they did with Washington, or with Matt Murray ended up coming in, or that was that series, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's just it's a saying, hey, you got to be better. We also got to be better.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you see a lot of the high-headed play that you didn't see.
That's why
he
got pulled. That's why he got pulled. It was just a mercy pull. 2 goals were Pekka's fault. 2 goals weren't his fault. And then they pulled him.
Yeah, but you know what? It's Nashville
It's sending
could be
the team
doing
a
a
message.
lot. Yeah, Nashville could be doing a lot right. I mean, if you look at it, they're doing the same thing that they would do in the Western Conference, except do the hot-headed plays, which caused that first 5-on-3 in the first period.
They need to basically play how they kind of did against the Ducks because of the dumping. I know you're a big dump and chase fan, and
Yeah.
Pittsburgh would do the cross dump and chase, and Reno would always get the puck and do a nice outlet pass. Well, now they're doing a short side dump and change, so kind of straight off the boards and then like almost to yourself. And it's been discouraging Pecorine from playing the puck, and so it's easier for Pittsburgh to now have set it up in the zone.
I think that this really shows that Pittsburgh's really like a dominant team and how they are able to,
Make that change.
Make that change. I mean, a lot of Western Conference teams didn't really seem to even phase the Nashville Predators, and then here the Pittsburgh Penguins are just outmaneuvering, outplaying them like it's nothing almost.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it against the Ducks with the Ducks in Pred series, but
still,
we've seen Pittsburgh dominate, but they can always be beat. That's the thing about teams.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, what was it? Last Stanley Cup, though, it was the San Jose Sharks. They beat them once. The series was 4-1, I want to say, or 4. I want to say it went to 6 games.
I think so, because they won it in San Jose. So I think the Sharks won 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if they took one on the road or not. That was Nashville had to win one on the road. You got to always take one on the road.
Yeah, and it failed at that.
But anyways, forgot to mention, sorry folks, today's June 2nd, our date of the recording. So tomorrow, June 3rd, is Game 3 in Nashville. Now, everyone has seen the Catfish come out, and there's a backstory to that. That's Jake the Catfish. That's something that they just do in Nashville, just like how the Red Wings had the Octopus up in Detroit.
Joe Louis Arena.
So it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, since that's like their little unofficial mascot. I mean, earlier in the year, the Nashville Predators hosted the Tennessee Titans, and the linemen actually had catfish in their hands, and they were pouring beers into the catfish.
Yeah.
They were chugging beers, and then they were chugging beers. It was kind of funny. Marcus Mariota was loving it. A little football talk here on this hockey podcast, but I do think the Penguins, I can see them taking Game 3 and making it just. I can't see Nashville being swept, but I can see it being a 5-game series now.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was going to be 6 for sure, but Looks like it's going to be a 5-game series, unless Nashville can take these next 2. In order for Nashville to win, they got to take the next 4 out of 5. 4 of 5.
Yeah, I mean they are resilient. They're well coached.
They're really behind the 8 ball though. That's just the thing.
Yeah, I mean it could be too little, too late. You hope not. I mean, when they go back to Nashville, they have that
crazy
that
fan base.
Yeah. I think that's been really big for Nashville. I mean, what they did against the Blackhawks, and they got Carrie Underwood singing, which was a huge deal. And
Kelly Clarkson, Toby Keith, they got all these guys there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Country, I don't know this country music. I'm more used to Leonard Skinner and, 38 Special is my country music.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, it makes a big difference. And, the psychological edge can be everything. So if Nashville could pull it off with these 2 home games like Pittsburgh was able to do, for their fans, for their team. Wow.
I think it's gonna be one heck of a game.
Yeah.
I think this one is. If you're gonna watch a game on TV, folks, this is gonna be the one.
Yeah, I think Nashville's really just got to cool down, and I mean, yeah, you see, like I remember we were talking and we were saying, how the refs, are just like I was saying the refs are inconsistent, and well, my point was, I wanted to say was, all postseason long, none of these things were penalties. What Nashville is doing now, all of a sudden they're penalties. Like now you're gonna call them. Like that's not,
Well, let's not forget who the golden boy is. Number 87.
Yeah, it's true. It's.
Does it feel scripted, Chad?
Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? It's hockey. I can't say it for sure, but it's just I don't get it. Like it's.
It makes you wonder because Gary Bettman did come from the NBA, which would rig stuff. The NBA.
Yeah.
So
it's I see that.
Well, that's a different podcast, folks. We're still. We'll save that for the Conspiracies podcast. Well, now we just want to say that we got to thank our sponsor from the state of hockey. The state of hockey is Minnesota due to the numerous amateur and collegiate hockey teams, as well as the Minnesota Wild, who are going to have to retool this summer. They have some important decisions to make, I believe. But we'll get into that in our summer podcasts. We're also on JedCastRadio.com, WJOB 1230 AM, 104.7 FM, WJOB1230.com. We got a YouTube channel for On the Blue Line. We also got a Facebook. We got a Twitter at Blue Line Podcast. Send us your questions. We love the comments. I know we got a comment from a guy from Ottawa a few weeks back when Ottawa got bounced. He goes, I no longer have interest. Made me laugh a little bit, but
oh man,
what a guy.
I feel for you, man. My Hawks were out.
Thanks to our neighbors in the Great White North up there for listening and supporting us too, as well as everyone here in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, appreciate it always.
So I think Pecorini is gonna have a crazy good game in Game 3.
Yeah.
How Matt Murray had a crazy good game in Game 2. I think I can see Matt Murray still having a good game. He's a good goalie, no doubt about that. I'm not knocking him one bit. I actually like the kid.
I think
if he played for another team, I would love him even more. But I just got to say, it's going to be a goalie duel for sure. It's also going to be a duel, in the corners. It's going to be a duel in the front of the net after the whistle. It's just going to be in between the benches. Oh, no, that's Pierre. That's not a duel. That's a tool.
I feel bad for that guy.
Regis McGuire. Regis Pierre McGuire. I'm just going to start calling him Regis.
Yeah.
Anyways, as I shake my head.
A lot of Nashville's play, like, where's the alley-oop pass?
They tried it. the thing is, Pittsburgh like caught on to them right after game one. They did good film study, I would say, and then executing it. I mean, they also had a lot of good bounces go their way too.
Yeah, you know what?
The Gensel goal in game two was. It's a goal, but it was a lucky goal.
Yeah, I mean, he elevated enough too. I mean,
Shoot the puck and then have the hole open like that. I mean, and have it just bounce just the right way. I mean, it could have bounced any other way.
It wasn't rigged.
No, well, obviously, but I'm just saying, just got the lucky bounce, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, all legends, all that. I mean, they're comparing him to already. I'm not saying that he is. Obviously,
I don't think he's gonna break. I don't know if he's gonna break
games.
Dino Ciccarelli's goal record though.
What's that record?
I think it was 17 or 19 goals by a rookie.
They didn't show that though.
Yeah, they did on the They showed it on the TV with Roenick.
Was it 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he'll break that. But I mean, the fact that he's on that top list, in 40 games of regular season played, yeah, it's nice to see. I mean, his first game was against the Rangers, and we identified him against the Flyers when we did that Wednesday night preview game.
Yep. Yes, we did. Because of the outdoor game also.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just how guys emerge,
Hey, guys got to step up in order to win a trophy. So then, do you think he's going to win the Conn Smythe then if Pittsburgh wins it?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know.
Or do you think Matt Murray's going to win it?
I think it would be Jay Gensel.
I think it would be too.
Who do you think it would be for Nashville?
Well, after letting in like 4 goals a game, it would have been Pecorine, but I don't know anymore.
Philip Forsberg or...
Yeah, I'd say either one of them.
Yeah,
I think it still could be. I still think it could be Rene, but he's gonna have to stand on his head regardless in Game 3.
It's what's been done throughout the whole postseason, right? Because I think his numbers are still pretty solid.
No, I think it's what you've done in the Stanley Cup final, but I'm not sure. I forget what the writers do. They are pieces of work.
Oh yeah, but anyways,
I do think these next 2 games, obviously. Tomorrow's game, June 3rd, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 6 Eastern. Oh, what is that? I think 9 o'clock on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So, here you go, folks. I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I mean, it could be a dud.
Could be a dud game.
But it could be a battle of epic proportions, like one of the best games we've seen this decade. I mean, there's been some Stanley Cup final games that have been really good.
They just pick up out of nowhere.
Yeah. It could just it could take a couple minutes, but it could just also start with that crazy crowd.
It's all it takes is one thing. I mean, it just takes one play. It takes one,
Nashville's got to score. Yeah, one play. Nashville's got to score the first goal, and get that first one. And Pittsburgh's got to get that first one.
Yeah. To
silence them. Nashville's got to get the first one, obviously, to keep the crowd in it and get them going even more.
Yeah, if Nashville's gonna, instead of retaliating and making
they need to stop
penalties,
cross-checking.
They need to stop cross-checking. Like, where's that even come from? Then,
Well, everyone doesn't in the playoffs. It's just.
But these are.
We've talked about the officiating
the Matt Cullen one. Matt Cullen was a really by what's his name, Irwin.
Oh yeah, that was a bad hit, but I mean. I don't know what's up with these guys. Let's get away from the officials.
I don't know either, but
I do think it's been exciting. It's been pens heavy. It's been goal heavy. There's been exciting plays on both parts of the goalies and of the forwards and defense. The only thing that I really hate about this new age of hockey is all this shot blocking. I get the sacrifice, but sometimes it's just like I'd like to see if the puck goes on the net or not.
Yeah, sometimes you can't tell, and then it's really hard to read the puck and know where it's gonna bounce.
Awesome. Is it going to be blocked? Is it going to get shot into the corner?
Yeah, I agree.
I'd just being a goalie, I guess. I want to see the shooter and the goalie go mano y mano, 1-on-1.
Like to see a goalie fight too.
Oh my!
I've been waking up every morning. to
Speaking
see
of
it.
fights, how about that Subban and Malkin hugathon?
I didn't see that. No.
Oh, you didn't see that? That was a hugathon, man. Hey, dropping the gloves was good, but Malkin, typical Russian, taking a cheap shot. He gave him a rabbit punch with his glove on. Like, what? Nice little cheap shot there.
But he's always
With the
been
ref
that
in
way.
between the way. Yeah, he's always been a...
Yeah, I can't stand that.
I can't say the word, but he's always been a... Damn!
You always see that with the other star players, though. They, like in between the.
Oh, like
which I showed-
Crosby
Yeah.
interfering with Matthias Ekholm to get the puck to set up a goal in game one. Yeah, that was kind of a BS. Where's the interference call there? Oh, wait, it's the Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pittsburgh fans, but I mean, I am just calling the kettle black.
But you know what? Even though, yes, there's a golden boy, you have another 2 center, Malkin. You have a number 3 center, Matt Cullen. You have the wings that complement him very well. I mean, you could put anybody with Crosby. Yes, there is foul play, but, you don't want to go back to the officiating. And, hey, I mean, you got to take it for what it is. Plus, their defensemen have been relentless. They've been playing really well, and even though that they're not skilled like Chris Letang, they are very skilled. But
Because they have Trevor Daley, who's looked younger and better than he's ever played, which is funny enough.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but he obviously, Mike Sullivan must have spoke to him because he didn't look that way in Dallas. He was good, but he didn't look that way in Dallas.
He didn't even look that way in Chicago.
Chicago just couldn't fit him. I mean, their speed as it was like getting Marty Turco. Like, yeah, it was incredible being able to see him, chuck the puck down the ice. But when you have fast defensemen, what do you need that for? I mean, they didn't need Trevor Daley, just didn't fit there. But he's definitely emerged in Pittsburgh, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Man, I really don't know what else to talk about, Chad. Do you got any final pieces for these final thoughts right here?
Yeah, probably when we end this podcast, I'll have a few more things to say, but right now I can't think of nothing.
I think that game 3, this is going to be the one that's going to decide who wins the Stanley Cup and not. It's going to be awesome, folks. You got to tune in. It's going to be at NBCSN. Like we said, 6 Eastern, 9 Pacific, 7 Central in our Chicagoland area. Thanks again to all our folks in the Great White North for giving us some support. We love
Thank you.
everyone here in the Chicagoland area, obviously. We broadcast locally here in the region. We love it.
Chicago.
We just love this hockey. We just don't want to see it end so quickly.
Yeah.
That's my problem, Chad. I wish the series was tied.
I enjoy the warm weather, that's for sure, but when it comes around this time, I get a little sad.
Yep, no NHL hockey for a few months. Looks like I might have to watch like reruns on NHL Network, which isn't so bad. Love those guys.
I know, that's why I gotta get NHL Network, just start watching the replays, all of that stuff.
I was watching the 1980 NHL All-Star Game the other day.
What?
Yeah,
You did?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. But
I gotta see that.
our next broadcast, folks, will be next Friday, maybe even next Thursday. We're not sure yet, either the 8th or the 9th of June. It could be, the wrap-up show of the Stanley Cup Finals. We might have our winner by then.
Yeah.
Albeit Pittsburgh or Nashville. I think it probably will be Pittsburgh the way Game 1 and 2 has gone, but, it's hockey. Anything can happen. That's just, it's the way the puck bounces.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm rooting for Nashville's next 2 games just to make it even and interesting. I like to see a good Stanley Cup.
All right, I'm down with that idea, Chad. I'm down with that idea. Let's take it one game at a time, right?
Yep, go Nashville. One play at a time, guys.
One play, one shift, one game.
That's right. So it's going to take the bounce back.
All right. Well, thank you again, folks. As for myself, Phil Bernardi, and my co-host,
Chad Van Dersen.
we just like to give a thanks to everyone listening out there. Tune in next week. We'll have looks like our Stanley Cup Final wrap-up show already.
Yeah, soon.
Man, it's kind of sad to see hockey come to an end so quickly. These weeks have gone by, folks. Thank you for making them an awesome, awesome season for us.
You guys
we're going to
definitely helped
continue
it.
this going on. We can't wait to bring you our draft preview and our free agent list.
Yeah, that
there's gonna
stuff's
be a lot.
already building. We got to tackle that.
The draft expansion
Oh,
with the Vegas Golden Knights.
I've got a lot of research to do, that's for sure.
Well, that's the name of the game, my friend.
I know.
There's just going to be a lot of excitement coming up this summer with this expansion draft.
Oh, yeah.
But that's for another time, folks. Enjoy the Stanley Cup Finals like we have. It's been disheartening. It's been highs and highs and lows. That's just the way the puck goes.
Yeah.
So thank you again, folks. Take care. Be safe and have a great weekend.